Let me talk to you guys something about narcissism that they never taught you in school, you never heard from your parents, you never heard from your pastors, you never heard from anyone else, college and universities. You already know at this point that narcissism exists on a spiritual plane. Now, when they are trying to teach you anything about narcissism, they are going to attach it to this 3D plane. You know, the guy is mentally insane, or they may say something like, the person is crazy, they have a personality disorder, they have got a mental disorder. So they are going to attach it to something that you can understand on this 3D plane. But what is going on with this narcissism is on a spiritual plane, okay? So it's on a different dimension. It's for that reason that you see many people around the world, they never understand what narcissism is. They are involved with narcissists for ages, for decades. They are under abuse for decades. I don't really call it abuse. In other words, they are under spiritual warfare for decades. Now, when I was waking up, I remember approaching this narcissist. I saw something in the, I think it was on a YouTube channel. There was a person who, something just slipped. You know what they say, that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So in those days, I was looking for answers. Now I saw this guy was talking about, something slipped in that conversation, and he said something about narcissist. Now that word, it didn't ring a bell, pretty much. It didn't ring a bell, pretty much. I was like, who is a narcissist? What is okay? So I approached that narcissist I was dealing with at the time, and I was like, I've been watching this thing, and this guy talked about a narcissist. Do you have any idea who is a narcissist? Because for me, I didn't understand that on this universe there was anything called a narcissist. I did not know what narcissist was. So I approached that narcissist at the time. So it was during at the end of our relationship. And I asked this narcissist, have you heard about something they call narcissist? I've heard somebody on the, it was a YouTube video that time. There was somebody who has been talking about narcissist. Do you know who a narcissist is? Because the way they are trying to explain this thing is like, it's more similar to our situation, what is going on at the moment. So those days we was going through a devaluation, was at the devaluation stage. And this narcissist told me that, no, I don't know anything about narcissist. What is he talking about? I don't even know what he's talking about. So for me, of course, in those days, nothing made sense. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. And the abuse went on for the next couple of months. There was also a very similar scenario which happened with the greater narcissist. When this individual, they was aware, the greater narcissist was aware who a narcissist was. But whenever I tried to bring up this subject of narcissism and everything, I noticed that this person was very uncomfortable. Because I've told you guys that a greater narcissist is a self-aware narcissist. They know who they are. Okay? They have come to that awareness. They could have probably met with a psychologist, or they could have found some information online, or they could have done a personality test, anything. And then they may have found out that they were narcissists. So they are aware of that. They are aware that they are narcissists. So this greater narcissist, whenever I would bring about that, I would bring up that subject about narcissism. So I would see this individual getting very irritated. Okay, they was irritated, and they would sometimes try to dodge the conversation and twist it around to make sure that actually we forget about that subject, because it would make them extremely uncomfortable. They didn't want me to talk about narcissism. Now, when I was discovering a narcissistic parent as well, I remember confronting that parent about their actions and behavior. Why did you do this? Or there was something that happened at that time. And in that particular moment, I noticed that particular individual didn't pretty much engage. The conversation was very plain. I noticed that whatever I was saying, it wasn't sinking into their mind. It could feel like I was talking to a robot. I was talking like to a piece of rock or a stone. It could not sink in properly because they couldn't get it what I was saying. So they were running away from accountability. Now, let me tell you about narcissistic people and toxic people. Those people want you when you are asleep. I like moving around a little bit. I don't like being stationed in one place. So narcissists they like you more when you're asleep. And the reason is very simple. So when you're a sleep empath or a victim, whoever they decide to be their victim, but I obviously know that they will not find another narcissist as a victim because they cannot feed off of each other's energy, whatever supply of fuel. So they have it easy when they know that you're asleep. It's going to be easy for them. Why do I know this and how do I know this? There was a particular comment I received from a greater narcissist. The comment went like this. Do you actually know? You don't even know who you are. You know? So the greater narcissist told me that, do you actually know that you don't even know who you are? And you are this very beautiful person and you don't even know who you are. So I used to have those moments of silence, and I would think about, why does this greater narcissist think that I don't know who I am? And in that case, who am I for this matter? I was very, very curious to find out, who am I? Why does this person believe and think that I don't know who I am? So when the abuse is happening, it is very vital for the narcissist that you can stay asleep. You will never actually know what they are doing. So the abuse is going on behind the scenes. Anybody that is a manipulative individual, toxic individual of any form, shape and form, those individuals, they want you to be around them, but they want you when you are asleep. They do not want anything that is connected or related to a person that is awakened. They do not have any business with an awakened person. They want you when you are asleep. Because you see, a narcissist has got 3 missions. They have got 3 missions in your life. They only come in your life to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That is the work of the devil. Okay, I've told you that the narcissist is the devil in human form. Now, when they want to steal from you, there is nobody want to steal from somebody who is awake. That's the very first thing you will know. You cannot have your eyes open and somebody is going to come and steal something from you and you will not take any action against that. Number 2, if you have seen a lot of narcissists around the world, they have left, actually, some of them, not all of them, some of them have left dead bodies behind. It could be a person that committed suicide. It could be a person that is actually on their deathbed. But at the end of the day, that situation and scenario is not connected to them. So they have already manipulated that situation away from them so that it doesn't bounce back to them. So that's the reason as to why sometimes you can meet a narcissist and you ask them, what happened to your ex? Why is your ex in hospital? Why is your ex suffering? What's going on with your ex? Oh, that person went crazy. Now they have hospitalized them. They're in hospital. They are dying or stuff like that. They have a cancer. Those kind of things. Or sometimes a narcissist might even tell you that the ex died due to an accident. And it could have been registered as an accident, but actually there was a narcissist attached to that particular incident. A narcissist also is connected to the third one, destruction. A narcissist can destroy you behind the scenes. Very, very slowly and secretly. Nobody knows. People will just be wondering, what is going on with this person? Why are they looking so skinny? Why are they looking so bad? What is going on with you? Why aren't you eating? Why aren't you eating nothing? Your health is deteriorating. You're running around hospitals, up and down in hospitals. You're struggling and battling sicknesses. And nobody can actually trace those sicknesses back to the narcissist. But actually, they're the ones behind that sickness. It could be, for example, depression. You could run into depression. You might have skin problems. You might have different stuff with your body. Anything related to your health, or sometimes it could be something related to destruction of your own property. They could have come in the night when you're sleeping, and they punctured your car tires, or they plugged out something out of the engine when nobody was watching. So they are also connected to destruction. Kill, steal, and destroy. With stealing as well, we know they can come around and steal millions from people. And most of the times they can get away with it. But in all those three cases I've mentioned, a person has got to be asleep. So a victim has got to be asleep. So they will come inside like snakes. They will slide into your life, love bomb their way into your life, convince you in any way possible to make sure that when they go to work, which they will do very soon, when they go to work, the moment they go to work, you're not supposed to see what they are doing. You're not even supposed to know who did it in the first place. That's the reason why I say a narcissist, or we may be talking about all different forms of toxic people, they prefer a person that is sleeping. They want you more when you're asleep. And I hope that makes sense. So, in most case scenarios, as an awakened empath, you are going to realize that any moment you run into these narcissistic people, they may sometimes try to test the waters, okay? They may try to push a button or two. They want to see, how are you reacting to this one? If they push this button, are you going to react? If they do this, are you going to react? They start pushing a little bit of your buttons. They want to know, are they going to be able to manipulate you? Are they going to be able to steal something from you? Are you going to be easy prey for them? Are you going to be able, because a narcissist is only in your life to take. So they will come in and they will come inside your life and push your buttons. They want to know, are you going to be easy prey for them? The very moment they figure out that you cannot be manipulated, or the moment they figured out that you cannot be fooled and played around with, that is the exact moment when the narcissist is going to be on their way. They are going to disappear in thin air. You will never see those individuals again. They are going to ghost you. Because they know that they cannot play a game on you. There's nothing they are going to say you haven't already heard. There's nothing they are going to do you haven't already seen. So in most of the cases, they are going to run away from you because you are an awakened person. They only have business with a sleep person. In this case, we have been talking about the sleep empaths. So those have been the easiest prey when it came to narcissistic abuse, because they didn't actually know or even understand what has been going on in those partnerships for the longest period of time. So I'm sure that you guys can relate with this video. You could let us know in the comment section below what is your opinion. You always know that I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's Amos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.